Maybe they're just late?
Maybe it was a lie. I knew it. I never should have trusted him.
We don't know if maybe...
No one is coming here, Leia.
Do not raise your voice to me, sir.
I wasn't raising my voice.
Okay, just calm down.
I am calm. I just want my headset.
Sir, our country is going through a very difficult time right now, and if you're not going to cooperate...
So I felt like I was a bit generous with my review of episode 1 and 2. It was kind of like going to a restaurant and after eating the food I was dissatisfied with the whole experience and wouldn't go back. Only to find that when I got home, the meal I had eaten gave me food poisoning and I was sick for days. I started off with low expectations for the show, but I didn't want to go in full guns blazing and trash it to shreds because I wanted to give it a chance. But as the weekend passed, I realized a 3 out of 5 was probably more than it deserved. And then I watched episode 3, and holy crap, realizing how much worse this has gotten, I think I was actually right on target, because this episode took a huge dip in quality, and was one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my whole life. I give episode 3 a 2 out of 5. It was retarded. And the only reasons it doesn't get a lower score is because there were 1 or 2 things I did like, as well as the fact that Shanae has less screen time in this episode. So anyways, let's get into it.
What was that all about?
Well, R2 has been...
No loose wire jokes.
Did I say anything?
He's trying.
I didn't say anything.
The episode starts off with Obi-Wan praying to Qui-Gon Jinn for strength. As he does this, we get scenes of Darth Vader having his robotic limbs equipped, and it was a cool scene that I liked. Unfortunately, we then go immediately to Vader sitting on his throne room talking to Shanae, and this whole scene felt incredibly underwhelming. I know it wasn't meant to be this grandiose spectacle, but something about seeing Vader sitting there like that just felt kind of abrupt and stupid. We then go to little Leia asking Obi-Wan what the Force is like, where he says,
"How does it feel when you turn on the light?"
I feel safe.
Yes, it feels like that.
Really? Because the future version of you would say this.
The Force is what gives the Jedi his power. It's an energy field created by all living things. It surrounds us and penetrates us. It binds the galaxy together.
Wouldn't that have been cool if he just said that to Leia? Would have been a nice little callback to the real Star Wars, right? And if the Force makes you feel safe, then what about the dark side of the Force? But who cares, right? Because Leia has her toy back now. Afterward, they go to another desert planet to meet up with their contact, and this hilarious scene happens.
Coordinates say the meeting point is further north. That is if our new friend was telling the truth.
Why would he lie?
People are not all good, Leia.
Damn, dude, she just asked a simple question, calm down. We then cut to Shanae flying toward a giant black phallic symbol in the ocean, where she meets up with Tokyo, and we'll just call this one generic Inquisitor. Tokyo makes Shanae pop, lock, and drop it, and then she explains that she's Daddy's new favorite. Why did Vader talk to her instead of Tokyo anyway? I mean, isn't she pretty low on rank compared to the others? That would be like a CEO of Walmart giving authority to a cashier to instruct managers on how to run their store. That's not really how it works. Oh wait, I forgot. She's stunning and brave. Never mind then. We then cut back to Leia and Obi-Wan where he's having a panic attack because their contact didn't show up after 2 seconds of them waiting for him. Obi-Wan gives specific instructions for Leia to not speak and to follow his lead, which is followed by him not speaking and following her lead. They hitch a ride with Joy Behar, one of the ladies from The View, and then pick up some stormtroopers who are looking for a Jedi. Too bad the Empire with its unlimited resources didn't give these guys a photo ID so that they would actually know who they were looking for. Joy Behar takes them to an Imperial checkpoint where Obi-Wan kills a bunch of stormtroopers with a blaster. What's that? Why didn't he use his lightsaber? Because that would be what the fans want and Disney can't have that. But after killing 4 stormtroopers with ease, 3 more show up and he gives up. Why? Because we can't give one good scene to Obi-Wan without a woman saving him. Alara from Game of Thrones, who we'll just call Strong Woman, is their secret contact, and she leads them to a small safe house in a town nearby. Night falls and none other than Darth Vader himself shows up. This was the only other time I slightly enjoyed the episode, and although things go full retard really quick, it's always cool to see Vader on screen. Once he shows up, Vader starts randomly killing citizens. I guess to draw out Obi-Wan? I don't know, I was expecting him to say something like, "Obi-Wan, show yourself and I will spare the lives of these people." But he never did that. Obi-Wan does try to lead Vader away from town and Leia. Too bad for him though, because Vader has learned to teleport. And here it is, the showdown we've all been waiting for. Vader draws his lightsaber, Obi-Wan draws out his lightsaber, and oh no, Obi-Wan runs away. But don't worry, Obi-Wan redraws his lightsaber as Vader emerges from the shadows. The showdown is finally here, as Obi-Wan, oh no, never mind. He turns off his lightsaber and runs away again, and now we get more screen time with Shanae. Are you kidding me at this point? The one reason everyone actually tuned into the show was this promised fight, and this is what you do with it? We finally cut back to Obi-Wan, where Vader has to teleport behind him in order for the fight to finally begin. Vader says,
"The years have made you weak."
And before we get to hear Obi-Wan's response, we immediately cut back to little Leia and Shanae, the characters everyone really wants to see. We cut back to the fight, Obi-Wan runs away again, and oh look, we're right back to Shanae after 10 seconds. After all the bullshit, Vader decides to get serious. He knocks down a vat of flammable rocks, Force grabs Obi-Wan, sets the rocks on fire, and then uses the Force to pull him through it. A bit of poetic justice, right? Problem is, Obi-Wan doesn't get caught on fire, or even barely gets burned. Vader puts out the fire and commands a stormtrooper to get him. Don't worry though, Strong Woman is here to save him yet again. She shoots the stormtrooper and reignites the fire with her blaster. Afterwards, a droid shows up and carries Obi-Wan to safety. Question: why didn't Strong Woman shoot Vader when she had the chance? Question: why didn't Vader just put out the fire the way he did 1 minute ago instead of standing there doing nothing? Question: if Obi-Wan wanted to protect and train Luke, then why wasn't he training the past 10 years? I was willing to give his weak force powers in episode 1 and 2 a slide, but he's forgotten all of his lightsaber training as well? How exactly was he going to protect Luke if that's the case? Question: how did Shanae teleport to the other end of the tunnel at the end of the episode when she went through the exact same entrance that Leia and Strong Woman went through?
Stop asking questions, old man!
Oh, that's right. The unwritten law is don't ask questions. It's Star Wars, so it must be good. This episode was retarded, and even if Vader and Obi-Wan do fight again, it's not going to erase the train wreck that we just watched. Anyways guys, thanks so much for watching and have a great freaking day.